Hi, second graders. Today we're going to do problem solving, and that's on page 41. So have your pencil ready, and we're going to do a strategy that's going to make this a lot easier. Ready? Strategy. Write a number sentence. Well, we're going to write a number sentence, but there's a couple of things we'll need to do before we write the number sentence. And they're listed right here. Number one, understand. And these are the two things we'll do. Underline what you know and circle what you need to find out. So those are the two strategies, underlining and circling. And we'll make a plan and then solve it. Let's look at the first one. 4 friends were eating a snack. 2 more friends joined them. Each person ate a banana. How many bananas did they eat? It's always good to read that a couple of times. So I'll read it again, and we're going to underline what you already know. 4 friends were eating a snack. Well, we know that, so we'll underline that. 4 friends eating a snack. 2 more friends joined them. Well, do we know that? It says 2 more joined them, so we underline that. Circle what you need to find out. Each person ate a banana. Well, we know that too, so we'll underline each one of them ate a banana. Oh, what do you need to find out? How many bananas did they eat? We're going to circle that. That's what we need to find. How many bananas did they eat? Let's look back now, and we know 4 friends were eating a snack. That's what we know. We know 2 more joined them. 4, 2 more. That sounds like 4 plus 2. And each of them had a banana. Well, each of the friends had a banana. So let's make a plan. And the plan would be to add 4 of the students plus 2 more join them. Well, how many students are there? 6. And it says every one of them had a banana. They all had 1 banana. So how many bananas? 6 bananas. Well, we're going to try a couple more here. Underline what we know, and we're going to circle what we need to find. So let's try understand, plan, solve. And is my answer reasonable? Okay, let's take a look. Chung always picks 5 flowers at home. Looks like Mr. B needs to go back 1 page first. All right, let's look at this one first. Then we'll go to that one. Sorry about that. Mrs. Brown's class had a pet parade. Well, we know they had a pet parade. We could underline that, but here's the numbers that we're really looking at. And so this is telling us there was a pet parade. Looks like a gerbil, or it looks like a gerbil, doesn't it? I think so. Or is that a guinea pig? Maybe that's a guinea pig. All right, I think that's a guinea pig, not a gerbil. All right, but anyway, a pet parade. Who knows how many pets were there? 3 students each brought a brown rabbit. Oh, Mr. B was wrong. It's a rabbit. I don't know why I thought that was a guinea pig. 3 students each brought a brown rabbit. We know that. 2 students each brought a white rabbit. We know that. 1 student brought a black rabbit. Do we know that? Well, it tells us. What do we need to find out? How many rabbits were in the parade? Let's circle that. All right. We want to know how many were in the parade. Let's look at it again. 3 students, brown rabbit. 2 students, each white rabbit, 1 student, black rabbit. Well, that sounds like 3 plus 2 plus 1, don't you think? Well, let's write 3 plus 2 plus 1. How many does that equal in all? We can only add 2 numbers at a time. We'll do the 3 plus the 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 1 more. We'll just bring that down. 5 plus 1 more equals 6. So the total is 6. Does that make sense? When we take a look, after we solve it, really good, because sometimes we don't always solve it exactly right, and we say, wait a minute, does that make sense? And so does it make sense that there were 6 in the parade? I think it does. 3 plus 2 plus 1. It asked how many in all. Now let's look at the next. Whoops. All right. We're going to write a number sentence, and we're going to use our strategies, which is to underline what we know. There are 3 rabbits at a farm. We know there are 3 at the farm. The farmer buys 9 more rabbits. We know the farmer buys 9 more. How many rabbits are there now? Well, that's what we have to find out. How many rabbits are there now? There are 3 at the farm, and the farmer buys 9 more, plus 9. What does that equal? Let's start with the biggest number, 9, and count on 3 more. 9, 10, 11, 12. And so we have 12 rabbits. Let's try number 2 and number 3. And number 2. See, this is getting easier, right? What do we know? Chung always picks 5 flowers at home after school. Always picks 5 flowers. That's what we know. How many flowers will he have after 3 days? Do we know that? No, that's what we need to find out. So we're going to circle how many flowers after 3 days. Well, if he picks 5, let's read that again. Chung always picks 5 flowers at home after school. Right after school, Chung picks 5, and he does that 3 days in a row. Day 1 plus day 2 plus day 3. And what does that equal? Because it said he does it every day, and there are 3 days. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. 5 every time. Let's go. 5 and 5. Well, that's 10. And then we need to add 5 more, right? These 2 first, 5 and 5, and then we add the other 5. So 10 plus 5, well, 10 and 5, making 10 and 5, I know that right away. 10 and 5, 15. 1 10 and a 5. The answer is 15 flowers. Let's try number 3. We're doing well. Mrs. Lewis, what do we know? Mrs. Lewis has 4 books for reading. Do we know that? Yes, we do. For her reading group. She finds more. She finds more? I don't think we know that. We don't know how many she finds, but we know she finds more. Mrs. Lewis now has 12. Well, we know she now has 12. We do know that. How many books does she find? That's what we have to find out. We gotta find out how many books does she find. We know she finds more, and we have to find out how many books she finds. So let's start with Mrs. Lewis has 4. Well, we know she has 4. And she finds more. Do we know that? No, we don't. But we know it's going to be more, but we don't know how many more. And what does she have now? Mrs. Lewis now has 12. So it equals 12. We have to find 4 plus how many until we get to 12. We'll start at 4 and let's keep counting until we get to 12. If you know your facts really fast, you might already know it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 5 and 3. That's 8. Let's see if that makes sense. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, you can use counters too to add up. All right, here was the missing number right there. So do we put 12 here? No, we know that was already the total. This is the number we found. She finds more books. How many more did she find? 8 books. Mr. B is going to help you with 1 on page 44. So turn to page 44. We're going to try number 4. Takes a little bit of, sometimes there's a little bit more to some problems. You have to think about all of them. Let's look at this number 4. Steve, Alina, and Ian are playing with toy planes. There's 3 people. Steve gave 8 plans to Ian. 8 planes to Ian. Steve gave 8 planes to Ian and 8 to Alina. So we know Ian has 8 and Alina has 8. But he has 4 planes left. Okay, they're playing with planes. Steve gave 8 to Ian and 8 to Alina. He has 4 left. He still has 4. Here's what we needed to know. How many planes did Steve start with? Well, if he gave both of them 8 and he had 4 left, there's our total. We can only add 2 numbers at a time. I'm going to do the doubles. 8 and 8 is 16. I know it right away. Plus, drop the 4 down. 16 plus 4. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That one takes a little bit of work. Boys and girls, underline what you know. Circle what you need to find. You'll do great.